You're watching Drake Queen Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Queen Gaming, and something on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you on the Let's Play episode of Far Beyond the World. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! As we walk through the elaborate door and enter the courtyard outside, I cannot contain a gasp of amazement. The gardens aren't big, if they even can be called gardens to begin with, but the scale pales in significance to how elaborate the scenery is. The courtyard is arranged neatly into three sections: small, hedged greeneries on the sides, and a sunken open space in the middle. The alleyways are paved with very intricately laid brickwork, and the grounds are flanked by arcades holding various marbled statues, all crowned with an overlooking gallery. I follow the remaining guests deeper into this enclosed outdoor space and marvel at the exquisite fountain with two jets disturbing the lily-laden water. At the back stands an imposing statue of a white tiger with a fierce growl in his muzzle. He holds his paw atop of a globe in an almost possessive manner. Ranok frowns at the sight, and I decide to divert my gaze to different pavilions scattered around the garden, roofed with a beautiful blue cloth. Each such pavilion has 3 to 4 lounges, little lit candelabras, and low tables filled with various dishes similar to those we just left behind. Portia hurries the staff to ensure everything is ready to receive our quite enlarged party. Tiger youths puff up pillows and restock foodstuffs and drink. All right, everyone. This is the time to relax and get informal. Not too informal, I hope. The female teases, but by this point I wonder if she really doesn't mean it. Please, break away from your companions and mingle. Treat each set as if it were hot. You come, you enjoy the company, and move on to the next. This way, we shall all be friends by the night's end. Might be easier for some than others. Lady Rish shoots a discreet glance to the royal mage, while I look to Ranok with worry. He's not going to have much of a time schmoozing with his broken tigery. But the wolf quickly banishes my frown through a confident smile and a quite surprising initiative. He pats the armor-cladded tiger and strikes a conversation with Lord Commander. He's full of surprises, that's for sure. As I'm about to find the nearest bench to rest upon, I find myself face to face with the bard, who passes me a wine-filled chalice. It would seem, after all, the fate has a drink for us in store. You're quite musical, sir, I'll give you that. I smile at his rhyme, accepting his gift. I'd be a poor bard if I weren't, my friend, but where are my manners? He says as I wet my lips, fluttering his hat in front of me and bowing deeply. Wylam of Avon, at your service. Orien of, nowhere in particular. I shrug, realizing that's as accurate as I can get. Everyone is from somewhere. The bard insists and I click my tongue. Everyone keeps saying that. Perhaps with good reason. Considering my memory spans only the last 3 weeks in my current residence as Tiernan, I suppose that's as good as it'll get. Ha! Indeed! I knew you were someone of import. You were adamant to the contrary, yet here I meet you, rubbing shoulders with tiger elites and foreign dignitaries. Just a series of mildly amusing and chance events that led me here, I assure you. I scoff awkwardly, dipping my lips back into the wine. What is life, if not just what you described? World is one big wild ride. Some choose to hop onto it, while others would rather see it pass them by. A chance is only as good as those who are willing to take it. On that I'll agree, although one has to be careful not to gamble his life away. I have taken quite a few chances lately. I mutter, cringing internally at the fact I even lost count. Sorry. That's where the trick lies, friend. Come, let us sit and talk. I want to learn about you. He takes a seat on the lounge I've been eyeing out, and I want to scream inside. It's not that I don't like this bard, but as Ranok said, they're professional gossipers, and I really don't need more notoriety than I can chew. I'm already chalking on what I have. I'd much oblige if you tell me more about yourself. You are a curious fellow. He takes a sip from the nearby chalice, but before I can fob him off with some awkward mumble, the beautifully dressed leopardess appears before us. Dear Wylam, please do not abandon me. I feel lost without your guidance. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. He gets up to his feet and offers her a seat, but the female politely refuses with a bop of her paw. Allow me to introduce Master Orien of Tiernan. Master Orien, this is Dame Kiri of Altier Corum. In all honesty, it's just Dame Kiri. I haven't been to my homeland since I was 3. My life is Tigeron. My life is Tigeron. Yeah, I think it's pronounced Dom, because I was watching a show or something, and they had a lady whose name was like Dom. It was that same spelling as this, so I think it's Dom. She smiles awkwardly, but quickly her beautiful eyes return to me. You say your name is Orien? Ugh. Yes, ma'am. Curious. Are you named after one of your grandparents? Grandparents? I blink in confusion. Surely no parent would name their child after themselves. That would be bad luck. Very bad luck indeed. Milam nods in agreement. I'm not sure who mine was named after, nor what does it matter. I mumble awkwardly, not really sure why the conversation makes me uncomfortable. It matters a lot. Milam states sternly. To name something is to claim authority over it. To know someone's name is to be able to call on them. It's a circular relationship between you, your namesakes, and a name giver. Names are powerful things, very much akin to spells. Dom Kiri concurs, and I cringe at this assessment. It feeds into my growing discomfort with the name I seemingly remember. Is it truly mine? Or was it given to me? Alright, the tea is done. Moving on to the water. Okay. And if it was given, then by whom? Orien begins to sit badly with me as of late. I much prefer Ranok's pet name. In any case, I was hoping I could hear more about you, he says, and then turns to face the female. Ever since I met him, I couldn't get my mind off of him. Oh? A tiny human with a wolf for a guardian, living in fabled Tiernan, and he speaks multiple languages, including Felinian. He's my obsession as of late. The bard sighs with an awe-stricken smile. Understandingly so. His tigery is immaculate. She agrees with a smile, and I feel increasingly awkward being put on the spot like this. I really need to get out of this conversation, especially on account of my multilingual skills. Shall we dance, Master Orien? Dance? I blink as Kane suddenly appears in my field of vision and extends his paw invitingly. He looks discreetly toward the bard, clearly giving me a chance to escape him, but I'm reluctant to take his paw. At first, I want to refuse. The bard might be nosy, but the tiger has been doing nothing but stirring the pot all evening. It's very much a hammer and the anvil situation, but as I'm about to decline, I notice something alluring. The mage feels almost aglow, with his ice-cold eyes emanating such beautiful light. In this short trance, I actually take hold of his paw and get up. Is that even allowed? I utter breathlessly, still entranced by his gaze. What do you mean? It's just a dance. He shrugs and leads me toward the open gate, the open space. Oh, well, I'm afraid I don't know the steps. I'll teach you. The tiger pulls me in closer, clearly not taking no for an answer. I cast an uncomfortable glance at Ranok, still engrossed in the conversation. What will he think? Don't worry about your wolf. I promise you it's all quite proper. Kane pulls us into a slow tempo, and only now I notice there's faint music coming from a three-man band. There's only 3 steps, like so. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. He demonstrates, shifting his feet between each count. Maybe it's not a smooth transition, but it doesn't take me long to master the steps enough to avoid bumping into his paws. Very good. He nods in approval and we moved into the central courtyard. I've noticed that the magistrate took Dom Kiri for a whirl and Lady Wrist paired herself with the mayor. One last couple, much less enthusiastic as Lord Graki, who's been saddled with the mayor's wife. I think the female had too much to drink and she's very agreeable and laughy. Come to think of it, she was mostly silent throughout the meal, simply taking one deep glass of wine after another. On one of the turns, we passed by the magistrate and the dom, and I cannot help but smile seeing the old tiger happy. He's a kind person, no doubt about that. Less generous people would struggle to fake such warmth. Master Orien? The mage's voice pulls me out of my thoughts. I'm sorry? I said that you seem to have been very taken with the magistrate, and so is he with you. It's almost as if he's reading my mind. Wait, can he do that? You're a doo-doo head. Nothing. Not even a blink. Guess I'm just imagining it. You seem to be very much against him. I respond, not in an accusatory way, but sternly enough for him not to brush it off. Not against, per se. I'm just weary. I find that a smiling muzzle oftentimes hides a fool, or worse yet, incompetence. I wouldn't say it's exactly my experience. I find smiling muzzles much more comforting than the snarling ones. Ah, yes, that I can believe. He chuckles, pulling us into a small whirl. I'm surprised my feet can keep up. But isn't there some form of primal honesty in a snarl? Teeth flashing in the open, the throated growl resonating in that jagged maw. Very little wiggle room for misinterpretation. Well, a smile can mean a friend eager to see us, or a villain lulling us into a false sense of security just before he strikes. No one snarls at a friend. Ha! I snort ungracefully to the tiger's dismay. What's so funny? You clearly never met my friend. I shake my head, thinking of Vol and rubbing off a small tear of amusement from the corner of my eye. No question about that. You seem to have plenty wherever you go. Myself? Not so much. If I could make a suggestion, I think you could remedy that. Oh? What would you have in mind? A change of tactic, softer tone, and general courtesy. Ha! The mage laughs heartily. I'm not here to be polite or courteous. I'm here to ask hard questions, fully aware I might get unpleasant answers. Is that your goal, then? To stir the nest? I suppose. There's a saying where I come from, let sleeping dogs lie. Meaning? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, that's what I'm here to find out, if something's indeed broken. He reasserts, and I roll my eyes teasingly. So, let me rephrase it. If there's a guard dog about, let it sleep rather than stir it to alertness. If your mission was to audit this place, you'd have a far better chance without them at your throat. I suppose there's logic in what you're saying. The tiger concedes half-heartedly. With that, the dance comes to an end and the pairs reshuffle. Well, this was fun. Indeed. Would you care for another? The tiger asks, but I shake my head. Oh, I'm afraid not. I do not want to test Ranok's patience. Even if so far he doesn't seem to show that he minds. After all, we're still on some shaky ground. In my field of work, one must ration one's indiscretions. And what profession might that be? A companion and a diplomat. Don't want to neglect my friend, nor come across as too eager to fraternize with the royal narc. I smirk at him teasingly. Despite my crude joke, he smirks right back. Shrewd. Then let me take this opportunity to apologize for my perhaps uncouth comments about your wolf. They weren't aimed at you, nor him, but rather to make a general point. I was only joking, Lord Kane. I hope you know that. I harbor no ill sentiment towards you. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon and YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!